it's Emmy. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Emmy. I'm a nutritionist and the creator of the Slim on Starch program. If you are interested in losing anywhere from the last few pounds to we have people losing up to 70 pounds and counting, then go ahead to healthyemmie.org or just click the link in the down bar so that you can apply to work with me one-on-one to make this happen for you. Also, make sure that you hit subscribe so that you can be notified every time the freshest news on plant-based weight loss is coming at you. So, in today's video, what I wanted to ask is, do you ever feel like sometimes this high-carb vegan lifestyle, it just works for some people, but it doesn't work for everybody? And you know, everybody's different, everybody has individual bodies, so maybe this high-carb vegan thing, it works for people that are fast metabolisms, it works for athletes, but maybe it doesn't work for everyone. If you're wondering that, then you've got to watch this video because this is part 2 of my interview with my client, Dana. If you haven't seen part 1, then it's linked down below and you can go ahead and check it out there. But in this interview, Dana is so inspirational as she talks about who she was before, how she ended up finding this lifestyle, and the fact that it worked for her even though she grew up as a meat eater. She grew up eating McDonald's and she said, I wasn't perfect at adhering to this lifestyle, but look at the results that I've made for myself because I was really scared and I decided to just dive in. I think that's the thing, is that we'll dip our toes in the water and we'll sort of get into it, but we won't allow ourselves to fully immerse ourselves in the lifestyle. And when we do, incredible things happen. So go ahead and check out the second part of my interview with Dana. I start out by asking her, how did she even find out about this high-carb vegan weight loss lifestyle? Here's what she said.
I started watching the Healthy Emmie YouTube channel and found her on Instagram. I think I was cooking dinner one night, and I think it was one of those Hello Fresh boxes I was cooking. We were trying to be all healthy, and we gotten it for free. So we were yeah, I was cooking Hello Fresh, and the video popped up and the autoplay recommended thing. It was the American teacher reacts to school in Australia, and I was like, hell yeah, I want to find out about what do they think about us? And it was really mind opening. I was like, oh, that's real. I didn't realize that was what happened in America, or that's completely specific to Australia. That's really cool. And just kind of went through. I was like, this girl seems cool. What else? What other videos does she have? And so I kind of went through, and I was like, oh, she's vegan. She does healthy kind of stuff. And I was going through, and it was just kind of a refreshing approach because I was like, she's so just kind of chill and just really non-pushy, non-judgy. You're kind of this is how I eat. This is my lifestyle. Come join me if you want to. And because I think I'd always kind of wanted to go vegan or have that kind of lifestyle. But what really annoyed me and what kind of stopped me was the videos of the slaughterhouses and those pushing the meat is murder and you're ruining your life, you're ruining the environment. Oh my God, you're killing everyone. And I was like, okay, calm down. And also my last name is Lamb. So I come from a massive family. I'm sure back in the day in Scotland or whatever, we were sheep farmers or lamb farmers or something like that. It's basically in my blood to eat meat, to eat lamb and everything like that. And it was always kind of being vegan or vegetarian was kind of the butt of the joke. And I was always oh, I could never go vegan because my last name is Lamb, and it was kind of, always the kind of, butt of the joke in family things, I can punch like a vegan and stuff like that. Especially amongst my uncles who were very big and buff and all that kind of thing. So after I kind of watched you for maybe a month or so with your channel, I was like, okay, I need to talk to this girl. This is amazing. I need to speak to her. I need to just tell her oh my God, you're awesome. And that's how I found out the Slim on Starch program, going through your channel and sort of seeing everything. And yeah, then I think it was a few months later that was in June, I think. And then in September, that's when I joined the program officially and was okay, let's do this. And yeah, just sticking to it, the program just made me just open so many doors for me and just made me just turn my life around really. And I kind of was in a place before that where there was a disconnect between like, okay, I want to live this lifestyle, I want to do this, I want to do that, but not actually living that way and not committing 100%. So doing the program, I was like, okay, I'm at this point. I'm doing everything I've sort of said I wanted to do. I'm doing it all. Like it's living my best life.
And now let's talk about that best life, because you are literally, as I said, like a radiating walking example of, you are Beyonce level about like busting out and being like, this is the new me. I mean, honestly, hearing about the struggles that you went through in the past, it's just, it really does blow my mind because of how I know you now and who you are now. So can you just talk about how your life is different now as opposed to before, and also tell us how we can do that too? Any tips that you have to get like Dana?
My life is completely different now. Like even to just 6 months ago where, like I haven't stepped foot in a McDonald's in months. Like I no longer have the fear of, what am I going to eat for lunch? Or what am I going to eat for dinner? What am I going to, eat for this? Like, is it going to be healthy? Is it going to be junk? Or even have the kind of feeling of like, oh my God, like I'm so stressed out. I need all the hot chips now. Like I need all of the KFC now. Like it's just kind of gotten to the point where I'm just in a much more like kind of comfortable place in my body, in my eating. Like 6 months ago, like if you were like, oh yeah, you're going to be like, living your best life, you're going to be doing exercise, and that's going to make you happy. You're going to be in a much better place mentally. You're actually going to want to go out and do the things that you've kind of always seen on Instagram and everything like that, like when you were feeling really like in a low place, like I'd been like, who is this fake Dana that you're talking about? Like, that's not me at all. Like, I am not, like, that will never be me. Even, like, I would, every time I was like, someone's like, oh, let's go for a walk. I'm like, I'm not really, like, an exercise kind of person, so see ya. And so, but now, like, I'm actually, like, I'm walking to the shops and I'm, like, thinking about all of the watermelon I'm going to buy. I'm thinking about, like, the potatoes I'm going to have when I get home, like, my life is just completely different. Like it's just hard to put into like words exactly. Like it's just like even my clothes, like I had to get like to donate a lot of my clothes because they were just so big. Like I lost so much like around my hips and everything like that, that all of the pants that used to be really tight, I could easily take off, even when the zip was closed, even when everything was fastened. Like I had to buy new clothes, like, and that was just to me, like, I was like, I actually have that like hot girl summer kind of thing that everyone kind of like, talking about on Instagram, like living their life. And I was like, oh my God, I can actually like see myself in those really pretty clothes that I see on Instagram. I can see myself in all of those like cute dresses everyone always wears and everything like that. And I'm wearing those things now, and I'm just like, what? Like, 6 months ago, I'd been like, nah, that's, you can't, you're not wearing those things. Like, shows too much of, your stomach that you don't like. It shows too much of your thighs and everything like that. But now I'm like, I don't have any worries about those things because they're not there. Like, like I don't have to think, oh, I'm going to hide my tummy or anything like that in the shirt. It's like, it's not there. I don't need to worry about it. Like it's just completely 180. Like, I think as well my mental clarity and just sort of mental health overall is just improved so much. Like when I just before I started the program, I was in a really low place. I was just like, yeah, this isn't like, just I would sit on my computer all day just like doing like nothing pretty much. I would just be like super just low mood and everything like that. And then doing this lifestyle actually had all this energy and put it towards exercise and kind of living my best life. So I was like, what am I trying to say? Like, yeah, like it was just completely
you had such a glow up, and every aspect of your life improved because of what you did. You were the one that invested in yourself. You did something really scary and it paid off tremendously. And you need to
look at yourself and be like, yeah, I did that for myself. Like, look at what I did. You should truly be so proud of yourself for doing something really scary, making a really big investment, and look at the payoff. I mean, I remember you posted in the Facebook group when you went to the Melbourne Cup and you were in the gorgeous red dress and you
Yeah.
just looked like a model, and you just looked so happy and like you were living life. Like, I saw that photo and I was like, she is living her life. And
Yeah.
you did that for yourself.
I did. Like, I could never have imagined, like, that I would, number one, even wear a dress like that. The dress I actually bought was in a size 12, which is a size down from a size 14, like I would usually buy. And then, like, a few days before the event, I tried it on, and it was, like, too loose on me. Like, I was too small for it. So I had to go and buy another size down and get it, like, rush delivered to me. I was like, okay, I need, like, everything. Like, I need this now because I need to make sure that, like, the size 10 is going to fit. And, like, it did. I was like, it was a perfect fit. And I was like, in a million years, I would never have thought I'd be able to get to a size 10 again. Like, I always thought, like, as you get older, your kind of weight just kind of creeps and creeps and creeps a bit. And then, you know, you just kind of stay at that weight, like, once you have kids and things like that. So it's like, I was like, I didn't think I could go back. Like, I was a size 10 when I was, like, grade 9. Like, it's insane. Like, to be back at that kind of, like, weight and dress size and everything like that, it's just insane.
And how did you do it? Because people are probably seeing you and they're like, oh my gosh, tell me everything. Tell me what you did. What would you say to that person? If they're like, just tell me one piece of advice to get these results, what should I do?
Eat potatoes.
Yes.
But, like, honestly, just, like, listening to your instinct and your gut, and, like, listening to, okay, if you have it even in, like, an inkling of, like, I think I want to do this, just, like, dive head first and do it, you know? Like, it's just, like, it was just such a rewarding experience to be able to just dive straight in and to, like, I mean, like, there's obviously, like, days in the beginning, like, where, like, I was never 100% perfect on this program. There was, like, a few, like, days, even, like, a week or so in the beginning where I was like, okay, really emotional day at work, and I turned to the Macca's drive-through on the way home because I was like, it's just all I knew. And I wasn't at that stage yet where I was, like, 100% all in and everything like that. So, but, like, if it was just, like, one thing, I'd probably be like, just trying something. Try to do one thing at least. Like,
that was so well said, Dana, because people think that we have to go balls to the wall and be crazy people on this diet. But you said it yourself, you said, I wasn't perfect. And I mean, people watching this video, they probably look at you and she's like, she has the nice flower in the background. Her hair is nice. She has on a beautiful necklace. She's very proper and well-spoken. She probably did this program perfectly. And you said yourself, like, no, I didn't. And look at these results. So I think that is amazing advice.
Exactly. And I think I wouldn't have been able to do all of this, like, by myself. Like, I think in the beginning, after, like, a few kind of, you know, slip-ups going through the drive-through and everything like that, like, it was, I think like, because we get the weekly check-ins, gave me the pep talk I needed and everything like that. She's like, okay, it's 8 weeks. You got this. You can do it. It's all okay. Like, we're on your side. Like, let's go. Let's just stick to it this week. Like, just this week. Let's just do it. And that was the kick up the butt that I needed to kind of, like, go, like, yeah, I'm doing this. Like, it's, you know, it's week 2 or week 3 or whatever it is. Like now, like, I'm doing this. Like, I need to get it all sorted. And that was just, like, if I hadn't have had the program, if, like, no one would be there. Like, I mean, you know, my boyfriend was like, oh, you know, you need to be doing, you know, like, you know, you're on this program, you need to be doing, like, you need to be doing what the program says. And I was kind of like, leave me be, let me do my thing. Like, it's different coming from, like, a family member or someone, like, you love. Like, even if they come from, like,
he seems very dedicated.
He is. He's like, you need to stick with it. You can do it. It's like, it's all good. You know, you're doing so well. And I was kind of like, okay, cool. That's all well and good. But I think having that, like, that just extra third party, like, they could just see objectively, okay, here are my meals. Here's how I'm going. Here's how you need to do a bit better going forward next week. Like, it was just, like, a kick up the bum, basically. And it was what I needed. And I would not have been able to do any of this had I not had the weekly pep talks and everything like that going like, yep, you're doing this amazing. Oh my God, this is happening. Like, it was just, would not have happened.
And now you're in the master's program. So you're going to be a master at this lifestyle.
That's it.
Do you have any parting words of wisdom? I know that people are probably hanging on your every word because they can relate to you so much and want to be you. So any parting words of wisdom for us?
I think just kind of jump into it. I was thinking about, you know, like, oh, what would I say to myself, like, you know, this time last year, like anyone that's actually thinking, what do I want to do it? Like, because I was thinking on the lines of like, I am so past help. I've tried all of these ways to lose weight. It's just not working for me. I can't do it. Like, it's just, the weight's just always going to be there. But I was kind of likening it to like skydiving. Like, if anyone's ever like done skydiving before, you know, the jumping out of the plane part is like the scariest thing you'll probably ever have to do. And you're just like falling and you're like, oh my God, what is happening right now? And the free fall, you're just kind of like trying like to calm yourself down, and you're like, oh my God, like, it's okay. It's all right. And then as soon as that chute opens, you're like, oh my God, that was amazing. Like, that's basically like this program. Like, it's scary sometimes going head first and everything like that, because you're like, no, it's, you know, I've done all these weight loss things before, like, it's not going to work. And it's scary to kind of put your trust in in other people to try and help you as well, and to be vulnerable with them and to open up about yourself. And once you start the lifestyle, it takes some getting used to and everything like that, because you've gone from, you know, your old way of life to a completely new way of life. But as soon as you see those results, and as soon as you see how this program works for you and what it can do for you, it's like that chute opening. You're so relieved and you're so happy, and you get to just enjoy the view and you get to enjoy everything that's happening to you. It's just the most incredible feeling, and you just jump in. Just do it. Just dive head first.
I love it. Absolutely. Let's dive in head first.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Dana. You are honestly the best. And people can reach you at Dana__Lamb.
Make sure to say thank you to Dana for being so vulnerable and blessing us with her story, because it truly is a magical story, and we're so lucky to have heard it, and I'm so lucky to have been a part of it. So make sure that you guys hit subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Woo!